Well, good morning. This is it day 25 today? But anyway, it's a very quiet morning. It's going to be warm. They always say that it's, they always say the temperature, well, my phone always says the temperature before I set out, so I know whether to put on a jacket or not. But it never feels as warm as the temperature says. So I come out in shirt sleeves because it says 21 degrees, but it feels more like 16. And it's been like that for the couple of mornings. So well, maybe tomorrow I might actually have to put my fleecy on. But then the problem is you only need it on for about half an hour, and then you'll be carrying it all day. Anyway, today weather forecast is for rain from about 2 o'clock. I've got 30 kilometres to walk today, same distance as yesterday. No breakfast because breakfast was too late, and actually I've given up on hotel breakfast. I know that was my favourite hotel, but I went into the breakfast area this morning before I left, and the breakfast wouldn't have been any more exotic than what I've been having, which is really dreadful, dry, whatever you get, just is not edible. So I had a peach from yesterday. I bought a peach when I was in Luarca yesterday, so I had that this morning, but I'll be looking forward to stopping for breakfast somewhere along the line. So looking at food stops today, I've seen that there's one in 8 kilometres, which is where I could stop for breakfast unless I see somewhere before. So I might feel like stopping before and having breakfast. Or, so that's at Navia, which is 8 kilometres. And then there's another place 10 kilometres past that, which I do for lunch. Yes, that breaks the day up nicely. It's going to be more walking the same as yesterday, really. It was all very pleasant, not difficult walking. Should be able to maintain. Oh, see, that is nice. Do you know, when you walk past things like this, it's just looking at that grass against the sky and the backdrop. You know, it's really kind of really refreshing to be out here in the countryside. You know, when do we ever go outdoors for 7-8 hours every day for fresh air and exercise? We just don't do it, do we? And even me doing this, moan and groan about how far I have to walk and what I have to do. But the exercise and the fresh air, you just can't beat it. And if you were at home, you wouldn't do it. So much as I might complain, you know, really it's a fabulous thing to do for your body and for yourself. But yes, imagine going to the gym for 8 hours. You wouldn't do it. So that's probably why it gets tedious and you look for other things to make it interesting. See, here's another thing, you know, we're like this, it's only a brick wall, but you know the way nature decides, nope, that's my space, I'm going to have that little bit of space. It's so lovely to see, isn't it? And it's such a nice wall as well. I know, when do you actually admire walls? Beautiful. So, that's my day today, just looking at little things around me. There's no big cultural bits of interest on this route. It never really occurred to me how they harvest corn on the cob. But this is how it's growing, and it's obviously ready for harvest. And you don't go and pick it like you pick apples. So now I see what they've done. They've actually chopped it all down at the roots, and then obviously taken all the plants, you know, the stalks of the plants with the cobs on them and everything, off somewhere to pick them that way. Who'd have thought? It makes sense actually if you think about it. Otherwise, what do? Walk amongst the, you know, stalks as they're growing and pull them off. I never even thought about that. Well, here's a welcome sign. I've been walking for an hour now, and Navia is where I'm aiming for my breakfast. So it's 9:30 now. I should be there, let's say 10:15. Breakfast coming. So there we are, looking down on Navia. So I had my breakfast in Navia, which actually was a really nice breakfast. Good orange juice, a nice coffee, and the biggest croissant-y thing. The funniest thing was, it was an old boys bar. I was the only woman in there the whole time, and all the rest of them were really old boys, you know, like 60 plus. All just sitting there chatting, passing the time of day, not bothered about me in the slightest. So it was fun to look at them. So saying goodbye to Navia. Nice little atmosphere in that place. And I'm very happy with my breakfast. And I've got 2 hours now to my next stopping point. About, I don't know, maybe about 12 kilometres. Well, here I am. I've arrived at my destination for the day. I'll put the name up on here. And this is quite an unusual beach. It's not sandy, it's quite pebbly. It looks really very dramatic. Really nice looking little beach. And the predicted rain for today never came. So I've been walking in glorious sunshine, getting the usual left leg tan.